Peace be unto you, to the Siren Souls Collective. This is your channeled message for today. Somebody or somebodies were intimidated by your creativity. They wanted to bind your creative process. I just saw a reading from Tarot on Decks that confirms exactly what Spirit was ministering to me on when I woke up this morning. And then, I went out and I went to go and get breakfast, and I just was kind of walking around my neighborhood, and I noticed a guy who has been watching me a lot in the last couple of days. And, I was talking with Spirit about it, and I was like, someone has sent out an energy to try to make me feel uncomfortable or to disturb my peace, and I just fucking refuse, right? And Spirit said, good. And so when the guy noticed me, he started trying to come toward me. And it's so crazy because I was drinking a bottle of Perrier water. Perrier comes in a glass bottle. So my energy automatically switched from receptivity and femininity into divine masculine self-defense. And I cupped the bottleneck in my hand. He saw that. He saw that slight act of aggression, and he bowed the F down. Somebody is trying to bind your inspiration by sending you things of fear. But we know that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. And so you being in a sound-minded spirit of power and self-love is creating fear in other people. They don't have a sound mind. They don't have power, and they don't have self-love. They only have a spirit of fear. They operate based on fear and scarcity. And so because they operate in fear and scarcity, they can't come up with anything creative. These are the kinds of people who then will copy what you do and try to destiny swap you, because instead of doing the hard work to unbind their own creative process, they want to bind you. So what Spirit was dealing with me on in particular this morning, first things first, the first thing that they did is they did a cord binding ritual to your womb, to your creative energy, to your solar plexus and your sacral chakra, right? Your divine will to create and your ability to create. They went after your womb. They went after your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. And what I saw is you burned like the phoenix, honey. They did not know when they tried to cage you and leash you that what they thought was the end of you was actually just the beginning. They didn't know you were a phoenix that would rise from the ashes. And so when that phoenix fire within you burned off what was old and did not serve you, what also burned off is those fucking cord binding rituals. So they came back again. Spirit showed me they went to a craft store. They got chains and metal wire. They got wire. Like, when people make jewelry and they use copper wire or silver wire, they went and got some wire, and they went and got some chains, and they redid the binding ritual. But what I am seeing is this is a witch who uses poppets. She uses dolls. She creates dolls based on people's likenesses and images. She'll even take your picture, print it, and affix it to or stitch it up inside of the body of the doll, right? And so her first ritual didn't work, and she saw the manifestation of it not working. What it looked like to me is that the cords that she used to bind just fell off. And when she saw that, she realized her shit didn't work. So she came back again with what she thought was stronger binding by using wires and chains. But that didn't work either. You broke the chains. You broke the strongholds. And now that energy that these people created is chewing on their ass. Now they're bound. Now their ability to create has been hindered the same way that they wanted it for you. I mean, if you can't dish it, if you can't take it, you shouldn't dish it out. If you can't stand the heat, stay the fuck out the kitchen. But that's never what these people do. What they do is go around here feeling like they Bonnie Badass and thinking, I'm gonna backdoor her or him. I'm gonna show them. Well, you played yourself. You played yourself. And good. So these people are jealous and insecure because of your abundant creativity. And as someone who is abundantly creative, as a living muse, I understand. I have people do this to me all the time. I mean, they fail, but they try all the time. Like I said, we can't stop them from trying, but we can make sure they don't succeed. And that is what I do. So because I am vastly creative, I am a singer, a songwriter, a producer, a composer. I am a teacher and a mindset mapping specialist. I am also high priestess and an energy healer. I work as a tantric mystic. I do so many different things. I crochet, I bead, I weave. You know what I mean? Like, I do a lot. I paint, I do pottery. I do all kinds of different things. And I refuse to marry myself to any one particular creative idea or modality, because why would I? If you can do everything and do it well, why the fuck would you stick to only one thing? See, that's that old phrase, a jack of all trades and a master of one. Right? So yeah, there might be one particular creative medium or modality that you've mastered, but you're a jack of all trades. And that's okay. But there are people who don't even have one. They don't even have one. So they are jealous of your many. They're insecure about it. And they feel like, well, if I can't have it, she or he can't either. And look, sick vampiric souls like this exist in the world. We do not owe them forgiveness. In fact, I don't believe in forgiveness. I believe in vengeance, compensation, and restitution for what I've been made to go through. And outside of that, you can fuck off. I ain't giving you shit. And that is what I teach my students and my clients as well. Because to forgive is to simply give up your right to hold someone accountable for their wrongdoing. We are not going to forgive witches who are out here creating poppets and voodoo dolls to bind people's wombs, to bind you to despair, to bind you to fear, so that you can't use your own God-given creative abilities to create the life of your dreams. Though we're not gonna fucking forgive that. We're not. And anybody who has a problem with it, if you don't like it, lump it. Help. The links for help, as always, are in the bio if you're on TikTok, and it will be in the description box if you're on YouTube. For those of you who have already signed up with me, good, baby. This message is for you. The shit that they tried, we broke it. If you have not yet signed up with me, the shit that they tried will be broken. I don't know what you're waiting for. Let's get you cleaned up. Let's get these bonds broken off of you, and let's move you into your next now. If you're feeling stagnant or unsure, or every time you get ready to do something, you start doubting yourself or whatever, those are the projections, and that is that binding work, the cord binding, the chain binding. It's that. It's not you. Let's give them back their stuff, right? Because they created this. They created pitfalls for you that would destroy them. That's the thing about baneful magic. People do to you what they know would fuck them up. And then they get pissed to see that what would destroy them was merely a stone for you to step up onto to access the platform that was always meant to be yours. Sila.